Joe Rogan had Bernie Sanders on his show. I watched the podcast, 1 hour and 7 minutes. The media, and I'm saying this again, and I will always say this, have become the enemy of this country. The fucking media. They're destroying this country. They have no checks. They have no balances. They are as bad as private corporate America. They are private corporate America. They're corrupt. They're self-interested. They are devastating. There are forums where they do these bullshit debates. Bernie talks to Joe about it. How do I provide any type of information in a 50-second soundbite, in a snip? They're worthless. They're ineffective. We've become slaves to this. We've become tuned into these bullshit items. These problems that we're encountering right now need massive thought. And the smartest people should be working on them. They should be trying to solve these. There should be benefits from that. There should be an effort to get that type of attention for global warming. We're destroying this planet. There's more of us. We're destroying this planet. Global warming or not. Melting ice shelves, higher heat indexes, differing heat patterns. We're polluting. We're changing the environment. We're changing the atmosphere. We're changing this planet. Call it global warming. Call it a fucking nuclear winter. Call it whatever you want. Oh, by the way, Russia seemingly just had some type of nuclear accident in one of its bases. And for a month now has kept it under wraps. They had some kind of detonation. The radiation levels on the globe have gone up. If you haven't seen that story, Putin hides it. Because he can. He's a dictator. He runs the country. Millions of poor Russians. Dumbasses. What we have here is freedom. And we're barking about bullshit instead of focusing on the fundamentals for the majority. The needs of the many, not the needs of the few. Socialism is socialism, and I never agreed with it. Bernie points out in one of the most lucid, one of the most fundamentally clean, clear, one of the most honest discussions with Joe Rogan. And unfortunately, our horse shit media, the meet the fucking press in the morning, your Sunday morning news shows, the garbage that spews out there, these CNN, these Fox News retards, Hannity, any of them, they all have a spin. They don't allow any response. It's not an open discussion. It's always charged with agenda. Rogan is a non-politician. He asks basic questions. Bernie gives great answers. It's a fundamental conversation on how to start the roadmap for what's going to probably the only type of functionality that's going to save this country. Save this country meaning right the things that we're struggling with right now, right? All the problems that we're having with a complete failure in the educational system, the elitism, the 1%, these criminal corporations, they are criminal. They are criminal because the money and the power that they have has allowed them to rewrite law to benefit themselves. Everything he says, and it can all be disputed, mark my words, any lawyer, any Ivy League or higher ed professional that graduates with an agenda to be able to speak. Dude, we have fundamental discrepancies, discussions, disagreements on the basic components of everything. Few things are black and white. Carbon dating and how old the planet is, how to diet, what mental illness is, drug impact. We dispute. We have pros and cons. We have open discussion that has scientific backing and then non-scientific backing. We have those discussions every day, every moment. That's what we are as humans and trying to continue to grow, to better. That's what we do. And so you'll always have that quorum, that give and take, that dispute environment. doing it productively, doing it constructively, doing it so that everyone's heard, doing what's best for the majority. That is what we're not doing. And Bernie and Joe, in 1 hour and 7 minutes on a recent podcast that over the course of 2.5 days has over 6 million hits, it's going to have 50 million hits. Bet me, it will have 50 million hits. It will be a component that's used in the presidential election. Bernie provides nothing but sound answers. I have no disagreement from any topic he shares. The corruption in this country, the bastardization of whatever we are, the breakdown and failure of the free market system, the manipulation of capitalism, of democracy, all of it. And I'm telling you right now, I'm glad I put Donald Trump in office. Hillary would have continued this. Trump at least disrupted it so that people like Bernie Sanders now have more of a voice. It's more visible. So that the people that probably could address some of these problems that we have, maybe we'll hear them. It's unfortunate that that is the first time a fucking YouTube Yahoo, probably the biggest there is, but in a long format YouTube web interview, it's the first time I've seen real discourse on common, basic conversation regarding things that I'm thinking about. How fucked up is that? Why? You're not looking at the right place, Dave. You're not digging deep enough. Dave, you're missing all the detail. You're just talking generalities and high level. Dude, I implore all of you, watch the frickin' Bernie Sanders review. You may not agree with everything. You may agree with some of it. Dude, it's common sense. Everything he said, I'm thinking about. For the most part, I agree on. You have to remove assault weapons. We have to spend more on education. We have to fix these dilapidated areas in the country. Detroit, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, where you have people defecating on the streets, living on the streets. These huge growing numbers. Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama, where we have poor and more poor. How can we not take some of Jeff Bezos's $200 billion and say, fuck you, Jeff, you don't get to pick Blue Horizon or Jeff Bezos Space, whatever the fuck. And he just cashed out $3 billion in stock last week. Did you see that? I wish I could go to my bank account and take out a little chunk around 2 or 3 billion so that I can fund my side business of sending people off this planet. How humanitarian. Fuck you, it's all monetarily driven. Just like Elon Musk. I'm making electric cars. They're going to be better for the environment. Fossil fuels are destroying this world. Bernie talks about it. But you know what? I'm the one making the sacrifices. I'm the one creating the technology. I'm the one driving this agenda, making the partnerships with the rest of you. Obama for the SpaceX program. Obama or fucking Donald Trump for my electric car agenda, for solar powers, for Solar City, for whatever. So I'm going to capitalize. Bet it's going to make me a richer man. So you gotta balance that. And we're not. We're not addressing any of it. And these companies that pay no taxes, these offshore accounts, that's not true. It's all true. These meetings of Davos where the elite, unique, and here's the funny part, your Hollywood actors, your political superpower people, your billionaire private enterprise individuals, your dictators, your individuals that have just taken over and own countries, we'll all meet and we'll figure out the best approach for this country, for this planet, for this world, for our strategic future. Fuck you. They have as much capability as you and I. And that's the shame of it. Again, I don't know. From what I've seen right there, I might be voting for Bernie Sanders, from what I heard from that guy. I would like to see 20 Democratic, I don't care what party you are, Republican. I'll tell you what I don't want to see anymore. Rhetoric. I don't want to see a lifetime professional like Joe Biden get up, spew the same noise. He's got to rehearse. He's a professional businessman for politics. He says the same shit and thinks that his skills valuably represent him. They've destructively brought this country to where it is. I don't need a guy like that. And he's getting up in years. He's older. He confuses stuff. Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady with the crazy chick nowadays in London that we just got rid of. Where the shootings are. I'm 50. I'm starting to forget shit. I don't think I could run the presidency. Donald's doing some things that are okay. The economy. This China shit. He's trying to break some of the stuff we did. They talk about all the jobs we've sent abroad. We've lost all our technologies. Warren Buffett has $122 billion in cash right now. Did you hear what I said? Warren Buffett at Berkshire Hathaway has $122 billion liquid because he expects this shit show to implode. If you ask him, like his investors do, like his fucking followers, the geeks, the business weirdos, everybody trying to track the Buffett, Warren, why you got that much money? I wish it were closer to 30 billion, and I wish I had the rest in investments that I know are going to make me money. They don't exist right now, dude. I'm liquid. I'm waiting for this thing to collapse, and then I'm going to buy up all your shit. Pennies on the dollar, and I'll make you more money. And me too. Because I'm smart like that. Telling you right now, man, weird spot that we're in. I had a couple videos prior about money and all. This stuff's all interconnected. And it's coming to a head. This China shit, this global war shit, this Putin crap. All this stuff's coming together, and it's going to line up for a 2020 election. Boy, and I like what Bernie Sanders said. I don't know Bernie Sanders any more than I know anybody else, but an hour spent with Joe Rogan just gave me a pretty good goddamn introduction to him. And he makes sense. He's logical. He's worried about our people. He's worried about us. Call it socialism, call it communism, call it democracy, capitalism, call it foolishness, call it logic, genius, I don't know. Whatever he said on that show, that makes sense. I've been thinking like that. We don't need those guns. Those guys are taking all our money. Why does somebody need $180 billion? One fucking person. What? Starts to make sense. So, wanted to share that with you. I implore you to go watch that. This thing's running long. Thanks for watching. Again, subscribe, comment, like, share. This is my political view. I don't know if I'll make another one of these. We're starting to get into that time, and I don't want to spew rhetoric and a bunch of noise that nobody wants to see, right? Because it's coming from every angle. But my perspective, Dave DY Show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy. Again, shoot me your thoughts. Dave DY out.